friends, family, people of YouTube. Let me talk to y'all. I got something else to talk about today. I probably wrote it in the title. Basically, I want to talk about what is the most powerful tool that you have to deal with a difficult situation, and that it's purely organic. Now, what I mean when I say organic, meaning it comes solely from yourself. You can only produce it yourself. No amount of people or support groups are able to build this up for you. This is something that you have to find within you to utilize. And I find it crucial to overcoming many things, especially something like a cancer diagnosis in my case. I'm talking about humor. Humor is the most powerful tool in your arsenal to handle difficult situations. Now, I want to clarify. I'm not saying that, using my case as an example, you get diagnosed with cancer, you should just laugh about it. No, it's definitely not that easy. And it's definitely not something that I was just easily able to do. But it is something that you have to kind of learn to accept the reality of your situation and be able to make fun of it. One of the hardest truths about life is that everything's funny till it happens to you. You can make a joke about literally anything, and it can be funny until it happens to you. And the fact that just because it's happening to you does not mean that that should stop you from having a good life in general and trying to be happy. The only way that you can be happy, knowing that you have something as difficult as cancer, or maybe another like a loss or a tragic event to deal with, is to marginalize that situation, minimize it, and the way to do that is to make fun of it. I'm not saying it's something easy to do, and it's not something that everybody can do, but I am saying that it's something that people have to learn to try and embrace, because that's something that's going to make the journey a whole lot easier, along with having a support group, having people there for you. That's 100% super important as well. But from yourself, you have to watch your own psyche, and people can help you with that. Friends, family, girlfriends, groups that you're into, social circles, they're all important for that. But to be able to go around life and genuinely still smile, knowing that you have to deal with whatever demon you're trying to face in that time period, you have to be able to make fun of it somehow. Let me give you a good example. Sometimes I'm talking to people and I'm explaining my situation. I'll say something along the lines of, I'm dealing with cancer, doing a lot better now. Cancer, probably the best weight loss program you'll ever get into, but I don't recommend it. That's a pretty hard joke. That's a pretty dark joke. And again, I'm not saying everybody should just go around, making fun of these things, but within yourself, you got to find the strength to make yourself feel better about your situation. Find whatever humor it is that hides within that. Kevin Hart himself has a special that's called Laugh at My Pain. The stories that he told, if you take them at face value, if you watch that special, they are very, very dark stories. Like the story about his mother's funeral, but people laugh at that. He took a spin on it, and it made him stronger. That's ultimately what this comes down to, is you making yourself stronger. You being able to tolerate this, accept it for what it is, fight it, get a little better, and being able to make fun of it. And that's how you'll be able to continue fighting and guard your psyche. I'm not gonna lie, I'm somewhat of a privileged case. You know, there was one point during my battle where I was this close to dying. I had basically a foot and a toe in the grave. But once I passed that mountain, once I climbed that Everest, things started getting a lot better. I had a few complications. I had to be hospitalized when we weren't expecting it at one point. There are people that are dealing with much worse. There's some people out there that, in comparison to me, I look like a little kid. In fact, there's little kids dealing with the cancer that I have, some of them having the same regimen that I was given, and they're fighting to survive. They're doing it. Like I said before, I have nothing to complain if that's the case. So like I said, I'm obviously coming from a subjective standpoint. You know, I'm going through this experience. In my eyes, what I'm enduring is not as bad as what some other people are enduring, because there are some much harder battles out there. But I definitely have been through a lot, and I find it hard to make this video because I feel like this is something so wrong to say, but I feel like it's something that people do need to learn how to do. You know, outside of, you gotta take the disease seriously, or whatever challenge you're facing, you gotta take it seriously, but you can't take yourself too seriously to the grave. You have to laugh. And people out there in the world, some of the happiest people are people that are able to make fun of themselves. Please take this video for what it is. It's a very nuanced point that I'm making, but like I said, I think it's something crucial for people to learn, to master. It's a craft that people have to master. And I'm not saying I'm the best at it, because I'm definitely not. I've had my low moments. I've had moments where, you know, I've questioned everything. But then again, I've also had moments where I say something and people can't believe that I have the balls to say it. And it's about my situation. Somebody once said, and I can't remember who it was, but they said, laughter is the sound of freedom. That resonated with me so much, because it's true. And the way I see it, whatever it is you're facing that's giving you a hard time in life, whether it be right now or for a great part of your life, it's trying to suppress you. Well, laughing is the way for you to become free of it. It's going to give you stress, that's a guaranteed. It's going to make you sad sometimes. It's going to make you angry sometimes. But you've got to laugh sometimes. And you gotta generate that from within yourself. That's what I mean when I say that it's something organic, and it's something that you do have to develop. So like I said, I'm stating something that's really nuanced, and I admit it's very subjective. Definitely easier said than done. But you know, my shirt right now, it says just grind. And that's the way you got to look at it. You just have to grind. You got to work hard at it. You know, don't let your situation define you. My best friend was the one that told me that, to not let my situation define me, and it's true. It was a great point that he made, and I'm glad that he said it to me. And I really hope that people can take this message and use it, and I hope that they see that I mean nothing but good with this video. And if you're not able to do it, don't feel bad. It's obviously something difficult to do, but never stop fighting. Well, I hope that this video was helpful to someone out there for anything. I guess let me know what you think, if you actually disagree with me, but I hope that you can understand the nuance of the message and see that it can be a very powerful tool for you in any situation. Thanks.